Well, Natasha, at the centre of all this is the Union flag. Loyalists are extremely angry that there is to be a restriction on the number of days that the flag could be flown at Belfast City Hall. And as those protests continue over the last week, so too has the level of intensity. They have been escalating. Last night we had the attempted murder of a police officer. There has been a death threat on the Cross Community Alliance Party MP for East Belfast, Naomi Long. Today, the DUP leader and the First Minister of Northern Ireland told me that two of his colleagues had also received threats. Scenes like this prove just how fragile the peace in Northern Ireland can be. And this attack on a police patrol car outside the Alliance Party's East Belfast offices yesterday evening represents a real escalation in the recent violence. Two police officers narrowly escaped injury after a gang of up to 6 masked men smashed the unmarked vehicle with iron bars and then hurled a petrol bomb inside. Northern Ireland's First Minister has condemned the violence.
Well, let's be very clear, this is not protest, this is terrorism. It's a despicable act on the part of those involved, and they have no right to call themselves loyalists. And those who take it upon themselves to cause violence quite clearly are the enemies of the people.
The police patrol was guarding the offices of the Alliance MP Naomi Long. She is subject to a death threat after her party put forward a motion for the Union flag only to be flown at Belfast City Hall on a number of specified days each year. Peter Robinson today told ITV News that two of his party colleagues have also received threats.
I have two of my members, two senior members of my party, who are under a death threat. They haven't been running out to tell the press about it. They haven't made an issue about it. They want to do the best that they can, because the death threat doesn't just apply to them, it applies to their families.
In the House of Commons, the Northern Ireland Secretary condemned the ongoing violence as a disgrace.
Those people engaged in the kind of violence we've seen in the past few days are not defending the Union flag. There is nothing remotely British about what they're doing. They are dishonouring and shaming the flag of our country.
But with further loyalist protests planned for the coming days, the question is, will words be enough to stop the violence? And a number of those protests took place this afternoon and into the early evening as the Belfast rush hour got underway, causing traffic chaos at times. It has to be said, though, that they have remained peaceful. There is still the question of concern that remains, though. Police chiefs had said that loyalist paramilitaries from the EDA and the UVF have been involved in orchestrating some of that violence. Hopefully those words of condemnation have got across and people are realising that violence is not the answer to solving this flag issue.